How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. Are we all having a good time? Enjoying the other comics?
Yeah.
All right. So I told my friend a year or so ago that I wanted to do stand-up comedy, and he told me, "Oh, my brother's friend did that, tried stand-up comedy, and he got roofied." Weird response. But I was just like dumbfounded. I was like, that's like if I was deathly afraid of flying, and I finally got a plane ticket, and I was gonna fly, and I told my best friend, like, "Oh yeah, I'm flying next week, I'm overcoming this fear," and he was just like, "Yeah, my friend flew recently, and on that flight, the plane got roofied." Kind of like that, I think. I've been compared to celebrities a decent amount in my life, and a lot of these celebrities have gotten healthy, which I think is rude. Because people still compare me to them. They just add qualifiers, like, "Oh, you look like Seth Rogen before he slimmed down. Or you look just like Jonah Hill when he was a big fat piece of shit." Isn't nice? So, unsurprisingly, I have some low self-esteem, which for years I confused with just being really heterosexual. I was just so not gay, I didn't even find myself attractive. But then I saw some Paul Rudd movies and all that went out the window. He's a good-looking man. So despite all that, I got married somewhat recently. Yeah, give it up for my love of another person. I think it might be shock, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I got married, and I was really excited to get married because I love slumber parties. Awesome. Like, I was the dude, when we were 17, get a shitty case of beer and rent a shitty horror movie. I'd insist on changing into my Spider-Man footy pajamas, playing stiff as a board, light as a feather, you know, fun slumber party stuff. When I was like, hook up with a girl in my early 20s, I didn't make sure that she said Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times before we did anything. So I love slumber parties, you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. But now I'm married, and we just have all this junk food and just movies ripe for marathoning just going to waste because she wants to go to sleep or have sex. Marriage is a fucking bummer, you guys. But in the ramp up to my wedding, which some people call an engagement, but I have a different relationship with the English language. I had a lot of people, as a placeholder, we'll call them bitter, hate-filled men, that told me that marriage was a terrible idea and I shouldn't do it. Don't express your love of another human being. But their reasoning was always, "Oh, PA is a 50-50 state. Like, you're gonna have to give her all your shit. PA is a 50-50 state." And I think these people really underestimated the amount of shit that I have. Like, I get into this relationship with a PlayStation 2 and like all the Simpsons DVDs. And we have to split our shit. So if she comes after my PlayStation 2, I'm gonna go for her GameCube. And if she tries to get my Simpsons DVDs, I'll just go after the rom-coms that I make her pretend are hers when my friends are over. Turnabout is fair play, ma'am. So my wife is black, which I can feel a lot of you, when I started to say the BL, thought I was going to say blind. But it's not the case. Not only did I get a bodacious black babe, she also has 20/20-ish vision. I may have needed her to be a little blurry to me, but you know. she can see for the most part. And being married to a black woman is, it's different in some ways. Like, all the jokes that you make are, like, they can be a little different. Like, I can't make the normally adorably sexist joke about owning your wife. It quickly becomes terribly racist. So I learned at my rehearsal dinner. And like, I'm not allowed to be racist. Like, not in the ways that all you shouldn't be racist, because it makes you terrible, hate-filled people. Like, I'm not allowed to be racist like most husbands have to take out the trash. Like, I have a very mundane lack of racial hatred, that's what I'm trying to say. And like, if I'm making my wife clean up after me too much, like most wives would say, oh, you're making me into a housewife. Mine says I'm making her into an Uncle Tom. A little different. And we plan on having a baby at some point, which, if my math checks out properly, carried the one, our baby will also be black. And I'm a little nervous for, like, a white dude that looks like this to be carrying a black baby down the street alone. I worry that, people will think I kidnapped him, or I was cuckolded and I'm just really fucking stupid. I thought of a perfect solution. Blackface. All my problems, I found, and all of the world's problems. So growing up, I was raised very liberally. Like, my parents were very understanding of most of the choices I made. Until the day I had to come out to my father as a Queen fan. It was kind of awkward. We couldn't talk for about 3 years without devolving into a fight about whether Queen or Blink-182 was better. The teenager and the 40-something-year-old man were on the wrong sides of that argument, I would say. It was like a shitty body switch movie, or a body switch movie. So, I'm going to drop a bombshell on you guys right now. I occasionally watch pornography. I know you were thinking, oh, this guy doesn't watch pornography. He can just, with the clap of his hands, make two people start fucking right in front of him for his own amusement. But no, I have to resort to pornography like the rest of you. And I was watching one recently, and the audio was fucked up on it, so the women's voices sounded demonic. It's like, I'm gonna suck your cock. Do you mind if I make out with my friend Lisa? Have you ever experienced any anal play? Mwah, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, it was fucking terrifying how quickly I came. So I used to be really politically active. I used to go to a lot of protests and stuff. But in recent years, I've become a lot more cynical, which is a word that just sounds way better than lazy. But a friend will come up to me and be like, oh, we're going to this big rally this weekend, are you coming? And I just look at him right in the eyes and I say, no, because you know what? You're not making a difference. Nobody's listening. None of it matters. You have to pay for a goddamn permit to march down the fucking street. Plus the Gilmore Girls Marathon is on this weekend. Gotta watch that for the 12th time. Eat an entire cake. Make a real difference. One last story for you guys. I knew a woman years back who got, as a political statement, got the word cunt tattooed across her stomach. And in years since then, I've lost touch with her, but I've been told that she's had about 3 or 4 kids. which makes me really concerned about how stretched out her cunt must be. All right, thank you very much.